Everyone keeps asking which jobs are safe from artificial intelligence. But here's the better question. Which of those safe jobs actually pay a fortune? Because there's a whole tier of careers a machine can't do, an algorithm can't replace, and a college degree isn't required for. And they pay well into six figures, sometimes far beyond. These are the highest paying jobs that are safe from AI. We scored each on two things you'll see on the card: how AI proof it is and how high the paycheck can climb. And the number one job might be the single highest paid no degree career on the planet. Let's start at number 10. We start hundreds of feet in the air. Structural ironworkers walk the steel beams of every skyscraper and bridge, bolting and welding the skeleton of the modern world together, in the wind with nothing beneath them. No robot is doing that. No robot can. Iron workers erect the steel frames of buildings and bridges, earning from $60,000 to over $110,000 with overtime. It's a paid apprenticeship, no degree, and the demand never quits as long as cities keep rising. The work is dangerous, skilled, and utterly physical. A machine can't balance on a beam and improvise. The ones who run their own crews or chase big project overtime climb well into six figures. AI proof, 9. Pay ceiling, 7. Every factory and mill runs on enormous, complex machines. And when one breaks, the whole plant bleeds money by the minute. The person who can tear it down, find the fault, and rebuild it precisely is worth almost anything in that moment. That person is a millwright. Industrial millwrights install, align, and repair heavy machinery in factories, mills, and plants, earning from $65,000 to over $115,000. The way in is an apprenticeship, no degree. Every breakdown is a unique three-dimensional puzzle in the physical world, exactly what AI can't solve. As the skilled older generation retires and factories reshore, the shortage is severe and the overtime is enormous. AI proof, 9. Pay ceiling, 8. The freight that holds the whole economy together moves on rails, in machines weighing thousands of tons, and someone has to drive them across the country, reading the track, the weather, and the cargo by feel. Trust a fully automated train with that? The country doesn't and won't for a very long time. Locomotive engineers operate freight and passenger trains, earning from $75,000 to over $130,000 with overtime and seniority. It's paid on the job training and certification, no degree. You usually start as a conductor and work up. The judgment, the safety calls, the sheer responsibility keep a human in that seat, and a wave of retirements is opening the highest paid rail jobs right now. AI proof, 8. Pay ceiling, 8. Inside every oil refinery and chemical plant is a maze of pipes, pressure, and fire that must be kept in perfect balance 24 hours a day. One wrong move is a catastrophe, so they pay the people who run it and keep it from blowing up extraordinarily well. Process and refinery operators monitor and control the systems that turn crude oil and chemicals into product, earning from $80,000 to over $140,000 with shift pay. No degree, just a high school diploma and intensive on-the-job training. The work blends constant judgment with physical response in a place too dangerous and unpredictable to fully automate, and the pay reflects exactly that. AI proof, 8. Pay ceiling, 9. Now we go underground, deep underground, where it's dark, tight, and dangerous, and where some of the most valuable materials on Earth are pulled out of the rock by hand and machine. It's brutal, it's not for everyone, and that is precisely why it pays what it pays. Underground miners extract coal, potash, gold, and hard rock minerals far below the surface, earning from $70,000 to over $150,000 with hazard and overtime pay. No degree, just training and a tolerance for the conditions. The environment is too unpredictable and too physical for robots to take over, and remote mines pay a premium to get people who will do it. AI proof, 8. Pay ceiling, 9. Here's one for the person who's good with people and pressure, not just tools. Every big construction project is chaos. Dozens of crews, deadlines, weather, problems no plan predicted. The superintendent holds it all together and gets the building finished. And there is no software on Earth that can run a job site. Construction superintendents manage entire building projects on the ground, earning from $85,000 to over $160,000. Most rise up from the trades, no degree required, just experience and judgment. It's all human: leadership, problem solving, reading people and situations in real time, which is the last thing AI will ever do. As construction booms, experienced supers are fought over. AI proof, 9. Pay ceiling, 9. Almost everything you own came through a port, and the people who load and unload those mountains of cargo from the world's biggest ships are some of the best paid blue-collar workers in the country. Most people have no idea this job exists or what it actually pays. Longshoremen move freight on and off cargo ships at the docks, and with overtime, the experienced ones earn from $100,000 to well over $200,000 a year. No degree. You work your way in. The work is physical, around the clock, and tied to the one place it happens: the waterfront. It's powerful, well organized, and famously well compensated, and the human role at the port isn't going away. AI proof, 8. Pay ceiling, 10. You'd never board a plane with no human in the cockpit. Neither would anyone else, which is exactly why this job is safe. Flying for a living is one of the few careers where you can earn a small fortune without a 4-year degree, as long as you can pass the training and put in the hours. Commercial and cargo pilots fly passengers and freight, and while regional pay starts lower, experienced airline and cargo captains earn from $100,000 to over $300,000. You do not legally need a 4-year degree. You need flight training, licenses, and flight hours. Passengers, regulators, and physics all demand a human in command, which makes the cockpit just about future-proof. AI proof, 9. Pay ceiling, 10. Out on the water, there's a job almost nobody on land has heard of, that quietly pays like a doctor. The captains who push and guide barges and ships through rivers, harbors, and open coast, reading currents, wind, and tides that change every minute. It's pure human seamanship, and it's worth a fortune. Tugboat and towboat captains command the vessels that move barges and assist giant ships, earning from $90,000 to over $200,000, often working weeks on, weeks off. You don't need a degree. You earn a Coast Guard license through sea time and exams, climbing from deckhand to captain. Maneuvering thousands of tons against a live, shifting river is judgment no algorithm can match. AI proof, 9. Pay ceiling, 10. And here's number 1. Maybe the highest paid job in the world that needs no college degree at all. When one of those enormous container ships, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, has to thread its way into a crowded port, the captain hands over control to a single local expert who knows every inch of that harbor by heart. That person is a harbor pilot. Harbor pilots board incoming ships and personally guide them through the most dangerous stretch of water into port, and they are paid astonishingly well, frequently from $200,000 to over $400,000 a year. There's no 4-year degree. You rise through years at sea in a brutally competitive apprenticeship and endorsement. It is the definition of AI proof. No port on earth will let a computer dock a $250 million ship in a storm by feel with a city behind it. The job is rare, guarded, and almost unimaginably well paid. AI proof, a perfect 10. Pay ceiling, a perfect 10. The single highest paying secret on this entire list. A few more that pay big and stay safe from the machines. Boilermakers, 6-figure specialists in heavy industry, crane operators. The higher you lift, the more you make. Power plant operators, running the grid by hand, and master plumbers who own their shops. Quietly, some of the wealthiest tradespeople alive. Not one of them is losing sleep over a chatbot. 10 careers that pay from 6 figures to genuinely rich, that need no 4-year degree, and that artificial intelligence simply cannot take, because they live in the physical world in human skill, nerve, and judgment. While the white-collar world worries about being automated, these workers are cashing checks the machines will never touch. Which one would you chase? Tell me in the comments. And if you want the jobs you can start fast with no experience, watch this one.